This Taiwan trip has been nothing short of exciting, from going on so many dates to experiencing one of the biggest magnitude earthquakes in Taipei. It was like... Of course, always with a lesson for myself to learn at the end of it. The last time I was in Taiwan was 6 years ago, and I've always had very fond memories of Taiwan. The food is super delicious. Hi, Nico! The people are super kind, the place is beautiful. The pace of life in Taiwan is just nice for me, and I love the way they speak Mandarin cause I grew up watching so much Taiwanese drama and so on.
没有想听的歌吗？
I told myself that I want to find a Taiwanese boyfriend. So this time, I decided to stay for a longer time and also really give myself an opportunity to immerse myself into the culture. Who knows? Maybe to find a Taiwanese boyfriend too. I like origamis.
Yeah.
Hi humans. The past few days I've been in training mode. If you know it, you know it. Cause basically I'm just dancing much and not really traveling or exploring Taipei. And today I'm bringing my camera out. This is my very new cute cap. Yeah, I'm bringing my camera out because that means that I'm going exploring. I'm actually meeting someone I met online. I think the date went pretty well today. It was pretty cute. I'm always not sure how to set the boundaries about filming with a new person. So maybe I'll ask him if he's comfortable to be on camera, and I do get quite embarrassed talking in front of the camera when I'm with someone I'm not that familiar with as opposed to in front of strangers. I apologize, I really forgot how to speak English after like 3 weeks of being in a Chinese speaking country. See you! Today I'm going back to Zhongshan area just because the first time I went there on a date I was so flustered that I couldn't really check out the places properly because I was just malfunctioning, I was nervous and everything. Yeah, so I'm going back again today to check it out. The Chifeng Street is just a really small street with a lot of cafes, so you're pretty spoiled for choices, and they have a lot of cute shops. You know, Taiwan is just famous for cute souvenirs non-stop. The Treasure Hill Artist Village is literally like it's like a one straight path with many small alleys up and down, so you can like explore the different alleys. However, there's like literally nothing to eat there, nothing. So you can follow my itinerary, like go to Chifeng, have your lunch first, and then go to the Artist Village. Yeah, but it's nearby. It's near the subway. There's station near the subway. Near the subway. There's things to eat. Yeah, and I think the exhibitions are kind of like small and it's not very impactful, but it is pretty interesting. I would say if you're like into artsy stuff, to just like be inspired or look at how they use the space and develop the space. I always feel like the fastest way to learn about people and the culture is to speak with the locals. My Chinese improved tremendously since I had to text in Chinese most of the time when I was using the dating app. And I've experienced this twice firsthand, first in Korea and now in Taiwan. The environment really creates you. This is kind of like a new look I'm adapting on this channel, so I hope you guys like it. If you want to know the story of my hair, you can check out this video. But anyway, let me talk about the 7 different guys that I met up with while I was in Taiwan. So the first guy that I met, I actually didn't meet him because he ghosted me. And then the other guy I was supposed to meet is from China. And I didn't actually meet him too, but we ended up meeting in Singapore, so all's cool. And next, there was only actually 2 Taiwanese that I actually met. The rest of them were not from Taiwan. This Taiwanese guy was a DJ, he's pretty cool. And lastly, this other Taiwanese guy that I kind of got catfished. Yeah, it's the first or second time that I got catfished so badly while meeting people from dating apps. I mean, you know, it's a date, but sometimes if, you know, you're not attracted to each other physically, you could be friends, I guess. I also met up with this Hong Kong guy, Honky. He is from Hong Kong, but he's working in Taiwan, and let me tell you, the date was so interesting. Spill the tea time. So this Hong Kong guy, I really need to tell you guys the story. Firstly, we met at this very vibey place by the pier, and then we were supposed to have late dinner together, and we were queuing up for food, and he actually asked me what would I like from the menu. And you know, when we go on first dates, I'm actually prepared to go Dutch. Like, for real, I don't expect guys to pay or anything, even though it'd be nice if the guy wants to pay, but whatever, you know, we can like just go Dutch. But he asked me what I want to eat, so I told him what I want to eat, and then he was queuing in front of me. First red flag. So he ordered his food, and then I was like smiling, looking, and then he didn't order my food. So it's like, okay, never mind, I guess I'll order myself. It's like a loft setting, so like the seats were upstairs, so we just waited downstairs for our food. And when the food was ready, he took his food, and then he took his utensils, and then my food was ready at the same time, so I walked over and took my food as well. And he didn't even take an extra set of utensils for me. He just like took his food, took his utensils, and started climbing up the stairs while I was like trying to grab my stuff, trying to grab my utensils. So I'm like, I mean, I do that for my friends all the time if I'm the first one getting the food, you know. Then when we were up at the second floor, it rained earlier and the seats and chairs were all wet, and this is the only time I bring tissue in my bag because most of the time I have no tissues in my bag, only when I'm traveling. So I have like a huge packet of tissue in my bag, so I was like, oh, don't worry, I have tissue, you know, so feminine. Yeah, so I took out the tissue paper and I passed it to him, and he wiped his own seat and the portion of the table he was gonna eat at, and he proceeds to sit down. And I was just like, you know, a girl wants to be treated like a lady on a date. So when he was doing that, I was just like smiling at him, looking at him, and he just had the audacity to just sit down. And then I was like, oh, okay. Then I took the tissue and I'm like, okay, wipe. And of course, you would expect how the conversation continues on after that. It was just very egocentric. He just kept sharing about himself. He didn't ask anything about myself. He just complained about all the girls that he have met. Some good news, the last 2 dates that I went were actually better dates, and one was this guy who was actually a dancer. I don't think it was a date, it was more like friends hanging out because we were both dancers with common interests, so he decided to like do something nice for me. And the other date was like the best date of this whole trip. Good morning, humans. Today is Sunday and I'm going to Taichung to find my friend and fit check. I'm currently at Rainbow Village. It's her first time here.
Yeah, it's my first time.
But she's from Taichung.
Straight autism.
没有。不要尴尬。
不行，尴尬。
哦，一边黄色一边蓝色是故意的吗？这很可爱。哎，还有时间。哦。好吗？就做一个比较艺术性的。我们正在 What's the name of this place？
市民广场。
市民广场的一片草原。市民广场是哪里？
兔子吗？
兔子
是不是？
哪里？
白白那个正前方。
正前方。
在那个女生怀里。
哪里？
她抱的那只。
哪里？哦，是。
阿弟拜拜。
你慢慢想。有他身后有家，但我只想。
Interestingly enough, this solo trip actually made me realize that I outgrew solo traveling. I started solo traveling because I wanted to prove to myself that I'm capable of living alone, surviving in a foreign land. I guess I have come to peace with the fact that there's no need to prove anything anymore. As much as I love experiencing the culture and all, we got squashed by the building. No. Many times I do feel that the memories would be more special if it was shared with someone. Like our memories just sounds way better than my memory. This may be my last solo trip for a while I try to build my content in a different way for you guys. I'm still working hard to improve on my way of storytelling. And I owe a big thank you to all those who have been here since day one or just joined me on this journey. Love you guys!